Samy, today you presented in a press conference our new head coach, Chris Janssens. Maybe let's first talk about the previous head coach. Where did it go wrong with Trond in the negotiations?
Nothing went wrong with Trond. We just did not reach a signed agreement in the time that was possible for me to wait for. Trond had to travel to Norway for personal reasons, and he couldn't sign the agreement. And for me, the 31st of May was quite the borderline for me to be able to have a good sleep without having a signed contract. And so nothing went wrong. It's only that we couldn't reach an agreement. We were almost reaching an agreement, but when the contract wasn't signed, then it was not the best situation. I may also add that for me with Trond, I always had the understanding with him that we will sign a contract for 3 years, because that means stability for the club, and that I don't have to take this pressure every year. But yesterday in the morning he told me that when he signs a contract, he wants only to sign a contract for 1 year, and that was also a bit uncomfortable for me.
And probably also there were other teams that were looking to get him.
Yeah, that's normal with a coach like Trond, with his experience and his capabilities. There would be lots of other clubs interested in him, but that didn't bother me a lot.
And Chris Janssens became then immediately your second choice?
Yes.
And can you explain us why?
Yeah, Chris has the experience in first division. He also played in Holland. He's a professional player. He's a fighter. He worked with lots of great coaches. He worked with Trond, with the coach of the national team. He worked also with Aimé Antonius. So he have had lots of good experience to work with big coaches. And Chris knows a lot about football. He is an icon of the club, and he was a great, one of the greatest players I had to deal with when I came first to Lierse. I saw how he was committed, how much he was committed to the club and to the supporters, playing in the worst financial conditions and not making problems for the club at that period of time. And when you put together his fighting spirit qualities and his football qualities, you think this guy needs a chance to prove himself.
But it will be his first assignment as a head coach, so it will be quite a challenge.
Yes, that's true, but I also see the model of Bob Peters, and how Bob could succeed and make a very good achievement with Cercle Brugge this year. It was also his first assignment as a head coach, but when you have trust in yourself and when you have the qualities to do it, then the chances to succeed are very big.
Talking with new players, I suppose that Trond Solid was involved in this. Will you maybe be a little bit afraid that now some players will not like to come because Solid will not stay?
No, there is no problem whatsoever with that. We had talks with lots of players. We had discussions with lots of players. Lots of players were on the radar of Lierse. It was always a common decision between all the coaching staff. Now Chris Janssens spoke to me yesterday and defined for me who exactly are the ones that he would like to have, and two of them I don't think they will know or recognize who is Trond and who is Chris, because they are from out of the continent, and one of them I am sure would be happy and proud to work for Chris.
Can we expect some news about these transfers in the near future?
Yes, of course, but it will come with time. So in the very near future, some things will be announced.
Due to the success that Solid had here at Lierse, he kept us in the first division. Maybe the supporters were hoping that he would stay. Do you think there will be like a kind of general disappointment?
That's a very important question that I am happy that you ask me. Of course, I thank Trond for what he has done and kept us in first division. But if I look to the results that we have made with Trond, I think Trond's statistical results are much better than what we got with him. I hope now for Chris to continue and even improve the statistical results of Lierse. I just want to give one request to all the supporters of Lierse who really love this club. Forget about names, forget about your own personal point of view, and let's just all back the club, back me in my decision, back Chris Janssens in his assignment, because only when we all stand behind it in a positive way, even if we don't agree 100% with the decision, that we will give the best environmental conditions that Chris needs and the club needs and the player needs to make this decision a good one. We can all make this decision a good one. We can always make Chris Janssens a great coach and Lierse a great club by all standing together behind one decision, and not starting to open debates about is this good or bad, because you never know. We stayed in first division with 1 point difference against when we drew against Club Brugge. If we lost this game, then everyone would have said that the choice of bringing Trond was a wrong choice. So the difference between a wrong choice and a correct choice is just too little, and therefore I hope that my decision is correct, and I hope that the supporters of Lierse will back the club and back Chris Janssens and try to make it happen, because it's also thanks to them that it can happen or not happen. So they have to, we have to all stand in one side of the boat and try to make it happen for the good of Lierse.
Not about this topic, but you recently reacted in the newspaper about the financial situation of Lierse. Maybe you can clarify this also a bit for our supporters.
Yeah, Lierse doesn't have a financial situation. Lierse has got some cash flow difficulties. This is normal when the sponsor comes from a country that has a political situation, difficult situation. But Lierse is a healthy club. Lierse is gaining every day more and more respect from sponsors, from business seat people who are interested in the club, and from supporters who are interested to buy our membership cards. So we don't have to be afraid of anything. I also want to confirm that my company is even doing much better today than before the revolution. My business is a business related to the entertainment business, and the entertainment business is always inversely proportional to the status of a country. So when it was the financial problems all over the world, my business just grew to the double. And now I can see the same happening again for my company. It's only a problem of ease of transfer of cash from Egypt to Belgium, because of the fear of the Egyptian government for money laundering issues. I can understand also my country's position and the Central Bank of Egypt's position. And I thank a lot everyone who respects the situation right now, from some people who hasn't yet been paid what they had to be paid. But I confirm that this situation is improving a lot, and we are starting to pay a lot of payments to some of our debtors. And I assure all the supporters of Lierse that the financial situation of Lierse is good, and Lierse is still in good hands, and I will make sure that this club remains healthy for as long as I'm here.
Thank you, Wayne.